श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रीगुरुचरणद्वन्द्वं वन्देऽहम् अथितदुस्सहद्वन्द्वम् भ्रान्तिग्रहोपशान्तिं वां सुमयं यस्य भसितम् आतनुते. So, concluding few verses we are going to see today. Avalita chanchala chetaha gurutara mandoka jata paritosha shete hridaya guhayam chiratara mekaiva chinmayi bhujagi. So here also he is praising the Guru's grace in eradicating the avidya completely and launching the disciple in the state of realization and Svatma bhava. Kavalita Chan, he is giving an analogy. Kavalita Chanchala Chetaha, the mind is compared to the disturbed mind or the agitated mind is compared to a frog which has been swallowed by a snake. So that analogy is being given here. Kavalita Chanchala Chetaha Gurutara Mandoka Jata Paritosha. So this is a very fat frog which is bloating with so many disturbances. And the Guru is the kind of snake which has swallowed it up. The Guru can be replaced by the self-knowledge also. Shete hridaya guhayam chirataram ekaiva chinmayi bhujagi. Chinmayi is the consciousness, pure consciousness. The snake of pure consciousness is happily resting in the cave of the heart of the enlightened person. Kalitaha grasitaha yaha chanchala chetaha cheto lakshanaha yo Gurutaro Atyanta Guruhu Mandukaha Ekaha Tena Jata Paritosha Santushta Etadrishi Chinmayi Chaitanya-rupa Bhujagi. So the snake, when it has consumed the frog, it is very, very happy. In the sense, it has got food that it wanted. So the same kind of joy is there for this Ananda Swarupa, that is the Chaitanya Swarupa, which has done the job of dispelling the avidya. That is, the mind has been rendered fully free from all such disturbances. Bhujagi, hridaya guhayam chirataram chirakalam shete supta bhavati. The snake of pure consciousness is resting happily in the heart. That is in the mind of the enlightened person. Etaduktam bhavati. Cheto vrittilaye. Svatma prakasho bhavati. So when this happens, that is when the mind is free from all transformations, then in the antakaranam, in the mind, there will be the manifestation of the Atma in its full glory. Atava, he is given another meaning. Shete iti padasamarthyate sushuptau buddhyadi sarvopadi laye sati kevala chitireva sukatmika tishtati tirtaha. Since the word sleep is being used in the shloka, on the strength of that word, the other meaning also can be given. That is, when in deep sleep, when the mind is at rest, that is, the mind is in laya, that is, it is not active at all. It is as though it is resolved into its cause. Then the pure consciousness, which is full of bliss, is available for experience, and that is what is experienced in deep sleep also, although the knowledge that it is being experienced is not there. So this is the alternative meaning also given for this shloka. Then the next one, Mayi Sukabodha Payodhau Mahati Brahmanda Budbuddha Sahasram Maya Vishesha Shalini Bhutva Punastirodhate. So here the self is compared to a huge ocean where a lot of waves and bubbles and all that are appearing and they are disappearing. So the bubbles appear in the surface of the ocean and they disappear there itself. So in the same way, out of the very creation that we see in front of us is happening in the consciousness that is me, and it is appearing and disappearing. So here we recall the very popular name in the Lalita Sahasranama. Nimishotpanna Vipanna Bhuvanavali. So there, when the deity there is Lalita Parameshwari. So when she opens her eyes, the worlds, they get created. When she closes her eyelids, all the worlds that were created, they lapse. So the Srishti and Laya happen whenever she opens the eyes and whenever she closes the eyes. So this kind of simile is given here. Adhishtanabhute sukhabodha payodhau sukasvarupo yaha bodhaha sayeva payodhihi tasmin payodhau samudre mahati vyapake brahmanda budbuda sahasram brahmandanyeva budbudaha tesham sahasram. Mayi adhishtanabhute. So I am the substratum, which is your consciousness is the substratum on which the creation, that is the observed world, appears and disappears. So my adhishtanabhute sukhabodha payodhau, that is the pure consciousness which is blissful also, sachidatma sachidananda swarupam, sukaswarupaha yaha bodhaha, that is the pure consciousness which is blissful also, sayeva payodhihi, that itself is the ocean. Tasmin payodhau samudra, that is the samudra, ocean, mahati, vyapake, it is so very expansive that the worlds, they get created and they disappear also. Here, when the word world is used, we need not take the Brahmanda called the 14 worlds. We can also take each and every experience that we are undergoing at every moment. So at this moment, one experience is there. The next moment, this experience is gone, another experience is there. So what happens is, when I am focusing on one particular thing, that is what is now relevant and that is what has now come up. And when I change the focus to something else, shift the focus to something else, this one goes away. So that which is now focused upon or observed is the one which has appeared now. So that is one Brahmanda. The one which is no longer here now is the Brahmanda that is lapsed. So that kind of Srishti Sthiti keeps happening. So in this shloka, that is the very same thing is being stated. Brahmanda Budbudaha. So the Brahmanda is compared to the bubbles that rise and disappear on the surface of the ocean. Brahmandanyeva Budbudaha Tesham Sahasram. Thousands of such Brahmandas keep happening. So in one waking day itself, the person can see how many things we have observed and how many things how those also get lost. So then there are so many in number. So that is why it is stated Sahasram. Then Anantani Brahmandani Tyartaha. So there's no count at all for the observed birds. Maya Vishesha Shalini. Mayeva Visheshaha Tena Shalini Shobhayamane Bhutva Tirodhatte Bhutva Utpadya Tirodhatte Antarhitam Bhakti. So when the consciousness is pure, there is no way anything can happen there. But then if something is happening, it is because of the intervention of Maya. So Maya or Avidya. So only because of the intervention of Maya or Avidya, this appearance and disappearance is happening. But left to itself, there won't be any creation at all. So that is the idea here. Left to itself, there won't be any worldly experience at all. So Maya Vishesha Shalini, Mayaiva Visheshaha, Tena Shalini, Shobhayamane Bhutva, Tirodhatte. So Bhutva, so it appears and appears again and again, and then it keeps disappearing also. So that is why that Lalita Sahasranama or Nama, that is Unmesha Nimishotpanna Vipanna Bhuvanavali. So the closing and opening of the eyelids, it is not a permanent thing. So it happens in a flick of the moment then there is the closing and opening is so very quick. So the Utpanna, Vipanna, Bhuvanavali. Bhuvanavali is this Brahmanda. So many Brahmandas keep appearing and disappearing. So that is the best analogy for this. Then next one is again paying obeisance to the Guru's grace. Guru Kripayaiva Sunava Prarthana Bhagya Pravriddha Marutaya Dussaha Dukkha Tarangaha Tungaha Samsara Sagaras Tirnaha. So here the very purpose of this journey, spiritual journey, is now accomplished, and he is satisfied with it, and then he is crediting, all the credit goes to the Guru's compassion alone, grace alone, but nothing is from my side. So that is all humility. He says this. Guru Kripayaiva Sunava Prakta Agya Pravriddha Marutaya. So the analogy here is there is a boat, and it requires wind also, favorable wind also, to take it to the destination. So here the boat itself is Guru's grace, and the punya that he has had in getting the Guru's grace and traveling this, making this journey, is the wind, that is favorable wind. So Prarthana Bhagya Pravriddha Marutaya Dussaha Dukkha Tarangaha Tarangas Tungaha. So here the journey is also not very, very easy. There have been so many challenges and all that. So Dussa Dukkha Taranga Tungaha Samsara Sagaraha Tirnaha. So the ocean of Samsara has been now crossed. Guru Kripaya Eva Guru Kripa Lakshanaya Eva Sunava Sushtu Naukaya Prarthana Bhagya Pravriddha Marutaya Purvajanma Sanchitam Yat Mahad Bhagyam Punya Lakshanam Tadeva Pravriddha Marutaha Anukula Vayuhu So Asyaha Astiti. So here Bhagavat also in the Bhashyam also he says, on so many occasions he has said that because of his punya of doing lot of sukritas, the karma in the form of karma yoga, he has been exposed to his shastram and guru also. So here also the same thing is stated here. Tadeva prabuddhaha marutaha anukula vayu, the favorable winds. And Sri Ramakrishna also would say that Guru's grace, the wind of Guru's grace is always blowing. The only thing is we have to resonate to it. In the sense we have to make things favorable the way in which we can take advantage of the Guru's grace, which is always flowing, always available. So asyaha stiti taya dussaha dukkha tarangaha dussahani asahyani yani dukkani tayev tarangaha. So the taranga is the waves. So the waves are all very, very shattering waves, and it's very difficult to face them also, bear them also. And in spite of all that, this faced with all these challenges, he is able to attain the destination. So yasmin sata etadrishaha samsara sagaraha tirnaha uttirnaha maya iti adyaraha. So it has been crossed, it has been attained. The other shore of the samsara sagar has been attained by me. That is the idea. Then Sati Tamasi Moharupe Vishwam Apashyam Tadetadityakiram Uditavati Bodhamanav Kimapina Pashyami Kimfidam Chitram. So here also very nicely he says, when this ignorance, the darkness of ignorance was there, I was experiencing this world of all duality. But then the moment the sun of knowledge arose, I no longer see the duality at all. So this is the idea. And this is so very surprising. He says, Kinchidam Chitram. In the Vivek-Chudamani also we have got a shloka. Vividam Keravanitam Putrahinamidam Jagate Adeva Maya Dishtam Nasti Mahadadbhutam. So he says, what is this? So surprising it is. I was just seeing this world, but now it is no longer here, no longer there for me to experience. And this is the most surprising thing. So, and who indeed took away the world that I was seeing? So that is the experience he is expressing there. Sati tamasi, sati vidyamane tamasi moha rupe. So the delusion is what is this darkness here. He ajnana rupe andakare vishwam apashyam sarvam jagat drishtavan. So the world of duality was perceived as real. It should not be taken to be literally that it has disappeared. It is only figuratively. Only thing is the reality attached to the world is now gone. That's the idea. So Vishwam Apashyam Sarvam Jagat Drishtavan. Tadetat Purvadrishtam Idam Akhilam Samastam Uditavati Bodhabhanau Udayam Prapte Jnanarke Kimapi na Pashyami Kimapi Kinchidapi na Avalokayami Taditi Kim Chitram Adbhutami Tattaha. So when the knowledge, the sun rises, the darkness is gone once for all. So that is the message conveyed here in this shloka. Naham namami devan atitya na sevate devam na tadanukaroti vidhanam tasmai yatate namo mahyam. So he is paying obeisance to himself. So himself, the ego sense is fully gone. So it's only seeming ego that is available, still remaining. But then there is also not going to give him any trouble at all. So that ego which has achieved all these things is now being praised. Naham namami devan. I don't prostrate before any gods. Devan atitya na sevate devam. So I have transcended the state of the need for prostrating or worshipping gods and all that, because I have realized the supreme consciousness, which is the highest deva. That is, deva itself means pure consciousness, which is resplendent, div. That is coming from the word, from the root div. Then tadanukaroti vidhanam. Then no injunctions and all that apply to me. So I don't follow any such injunctions at all. Tasmai yatate namo mahyam. So I am paying obeisance to myself. So that is the shloka here. Aham devan na namami na namaskaromi yo devan aditya adikramya sitaha. Yasa devan na sevate. So here, since I have transcended the need for worshipping gods and all that, this self is the greatest God, and all the other gods are only subservient to it. So I don't need to worship them. So sa devan na sevate. I don't worship them or do any services to these gods. Tadanantaram vidhanam vidyuktam karma na karomi. So the injunctions and all that available in the scriptures, they also don't have any application on me. They don't apply to me at all. Karma na karomi karoti tasmai sarvatma bhutaya yatate yatta prayitnavate mahyam namo namaha iti adarartha. Here, the Atman, that is the pseudo self, the ego, which was all along creating the world and perpetuating samsara, has now been tamed in such a way that it achieves the goal of enlightenment. And till the body lasts, this ego also will last. But then this ego will no longer give him any trouble or create any new bondage. So that is the one which has achieved all these things. And I pay obeisance to that ego. So that is the idea here. Then, Ityatma bodha labham muhur anshintya modamanena prarte parampadam prapyate sva kaivalyam. So, iti atma bodha labham. So, the benefit of having secured this realization, that is, again and again, he is visiting the Swarupa Ananda and spending his time in that Ananda alone, because he doesn't have anything else to perform and achieve or attained, and all these things have been attained already, and nothing is there to be done. So kritakrityata has been attained, achieved. So muhurmuhu anusintya modamanena prarabdha karmano. Okay, so at the end of the prarabdha karma, that is the body will fall. Parampadam prapyate sva kaivalyam. The videha mukti will be attained by such a person who is spending his prarabdha karma period, that is the jivan mukta period, in the blissful experiences, that is the thought of the Atman alone. So again, we have the divisions in the Jivan Muktas like Brahmavid Variyan, Brahmavid Varishtaha, and Brahmavid Varaha, Variyan, and Varishtaha, and all that. So there also the divisions is because of the ability of the person to remain calm or remain in samadhi, if we take it that way. And this is how he spends his time and till the fall of the body. Then iti yathoktam atmabodha labham svatma jnana prapti muhurmuhu punah punah anuchintya maranagochari kritva modamanena anandavastham praptena adhikarina jivan muktena prarabdha karmano ante prarabdha karma avasane deha avasane param kaivalyam nirupamam mokshapadam prapyate. So it is very, very simple. This is the sequence mentioned in the Vedanta Shastram also. So the after the enlightenment, which is aproksha jnanam, the body doesn't fall immediately. It will live to its destined limit, and then till such time will be the Jivan Mukti period or Jivan Mukta period. After that, the Videha Mukti will be attained. So that is what is stated. Even though this division is not absolute, from the worldly point of view, this division is admitted in the Shastra. Because from the Shastra's point of view, the attainment of direct realization or enlightenment or aproksha jnanam marks the end of the Jiva's journey, complete journey. Jivatvam itself is lost. So the period of Jivan Mukti is only a acceptance only because from the point of the world sees him as a body-mind complex, and then it recognizes him as an individual. So from that point, he is also said to be living and all that. Mohandakara haranam samsarodvela sagarottaranam Svatmanirupanam etat prakarana Dakshinamurti. So here he is paying obeisance to the author, that is Bhagavat Shankaracharya, is saying that this work has been actually this work, that is this text, has been composed by Dakshinamurti himself, not me. That is the idea here in the shloka. Mohandakara haranam samsarodvela sagarottaranam. That is, one is moha andakara. Andakara is the delusion. Delusion is the darkness of delusion that has gone. That is, this work, it accomplishes the dispelling of the darkness of delusion. And samsarodvera sagarottaranam. The samsara sagara, which is having the limits, there will be definitely a limit, and the limit has to be, this text helps a person to cross that limit, that samsara sagara. That is the borders of the samsara sagara. This text is called Svatmanirupanam. It is given the name Svatmanirupanam, and also what is done in this text also is Svatmanirupanam. So the knowledge about one's own self is what is being taught here. So Svatmanirupanam means the knowledge of the Atman is very, very laid out in a very, very detailed fashion with a lot of yukti, shruti, and all that. So that is what's called the Svatmanirupanam. Nirupanam means the process of establishing something with logic and all that. So Svatmanirupanam etate prakaranam. Prakaranam means this text. Akrita Dakshinamurti. So the commentator says here, Mohandakara haranam Ajnanandakara nashanam samsarodvera sagarottaranam samsaram eva udvelaha sagaraha ela atikrantaha samudraha tasya taranam paraprapakam. So Vela is actually the limit or the border. So that has been crossed. The samsara's sagara's border or limit has been crossed or transcended. Etat Svatmanirupanam, etat Aryavrittena Pradipaditam, Nirupanam, Prakaranam, Dakshinamurtihi, Shri Paramashivaha, Akrita Kritavan. So this text called Svatmanirupanam has been the Svatmanirupanam, or the act of establishing the teaching the nature of the Atman with all the necessary accessories has been done in this text, and this has been done by Dakshinamurti, that is Paramashiva. She has actually accomplished this. So etavata aradhya aradhakayoho aikyata suchita bhavati. So in this shloka, the commentator says that this shloka conveys to us that the one who is worshipping and the one who is worshipped, the two are not different. It's only one, because Bhagavat Shankaracharya himself is Paramashiva only. And when he says that it has been done by Dakshinamurti, as a person, he is paying obeisance to Dakshinamurti, but actually he himself is that Dakshinamurti. And in the case of others also, this is not, you cannot say that it doesn't apply to others also, because everybody is in truth that Dakshinamurti alone. Then the last shloka here, Ajnanandhya Vihanta Virasita Vijnana Pankajolhasaha Manasa Gaganatalam Me Vasayati Srinivasa Guru Bhanuhu. Ajnanandhya Vihanta. Ajnanam is the Andhakara. Andhakara is the darkness. Vihanta, the one who dispels that Ajnana Andhakara. Virasita Vijnana Pankajolhasaha. So that the one who has dispelled this is has blossomed the lotus of the heart. Then Manasa Gaganatalam Me Vasayati. So the firmament of my mind, where this lotus has blossomed, that is being shown by this Surya, that is the sun, which is called Srinivasa Guru. So here, the Srinivasa Guru applies to Mahavishnu. That's what the commentator says. So Bhagavat has paid obeisance to Dakshinamurti already, and he is now saying that the Guru is Mahavishnu. So we can see the kind of Veda, Harihara Veda also is being brought up in these two slokas put together. Iti Paramahamsa Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Srimad Shankaracharya Virasitam Svatmanirupanam Samaptam. So in the commentary, Ajnanandhya Vihanta Ajnanameva Andhyam Andhatvam Sasya Vihanta Harna Samartaha Virasita Vijnana Pankajolhasaha Virasitaha Kritaha Vijnanameva Pankajam Kamalam Tasya Ullasaha Vikasaha Yenasaha. So the Vijnanam, the knowledge that was not blossomed before, now it is in full bloom because of this, the grace of this Guru, which has come in the form of a sun. Vijnanameva Pankajam Kamalam Tasya Ullasaha Vikasaha Yenasaha Manasa Gaganatalam Me Manasam Manaha Tadeva Gaganatalam Vyomatalam Mama Srinivasa Guru Bhanuhu Srinivasaha Sri Vishnu Guruhu Sayeva Bhanuhu Sahasra Kiranaha Bhasayati Prakashayati. We can also say that since Bhagavatpada's Guru was Govinda Bhagavatpada, and Govinda is also again not different from Vishnu, so we can say that the word Srinivasa indicates Govinda Bhagavatpada also. Shri Vishnu Guruhu Sayeva Bhanuhu Sahasra Kiranaha Bhasayati Prakashayati. So that sun is illumining the firmament of my mind, where this lotus of knowledge has come into full bloom. Etavata Guru Devatayoho Aikya Bhavanam Eva Atma Bhava Prakasha Sadhanamiti Pratipaditam Bhavati. So in this shloka, the commentator says that from God. That is Ishvara. Ishvaro Guru Ratmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Yomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murteye Namaha. That is the shloka of the Manasolasa by Sureshwaracharya. So Guru Devateyoho Aikya Bhavanam Eva Atma Bhava Prakasha Sadhanam. So if the Atma Bhava, that is the knowledge of the Atman, has to shine forth, then what has to precede that is the firm conviction that the Guru is not different from God, Ishvara. So Guru will be seen by him, in front of him, as a person in flesh and blood. But then his the disciples' attitude towards the Guru has to be that the Guru is non-different from Ishvara. So that is the idea here. So that kind of a bhava is essential here for the Atma Jnanam to happen. That's why even in the Dakshinamurti Stotram, also in the last line of every shloka, Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. That Gurumurti is non-different from Dakshinamurti. So with this, this prakaranam has ended. The commenting Acharya has composed some shlokas here. We can just skip those shlokas here. Only one shloka he has given. I can read that shloka also. Chaitanya Yutihi Chaitanya Yuti Ruchirango Dura Nirasta Shyamata Sangaha Hridaya Saroje Viraje Brahmati Brahmaro Vilakshanaha Kvachite. Vilakshanaha Kvachite. So he is giving a simile of a bee that is hovering around the flower here. Anyway, this we have shloka only of this kind of a simile. It is Sachidananda Saraswati Virachita Arya Vyakhya Samapta. And one more thing this commentators pointed out, that this whole of this text, that is Svatmanirupanam, consisting of 156 shlokas, is in the Arya Vritta. Arya is 1 meter, a kind of a meter. It has got some rules and all that. So the Arya Vritta is what is handled in this entire text. So with this we conclude this text and these sessions. Shri Guru Charanadvandvam Vandeham Matita Dussahadvandvam Bhrantigrahopashantim Pam Sumayam Yasya Bhajitam Atanute Shastram Sharira Mimamsa Devastu Parameshwaraha Acharya Shankaracharya Santume Janma Janmani Vidya Vinaya Sampannam Vitaragam Vivekinam Vande Vedanta Tattvajnam Vidushekara Bharatim Om Tat Sat.